And we're back with our special spy-themed edition of the Screen Team on today's Talk 930 KWOC. And we are also, we're on the AM, we're on the FM, we're on worldwide. So
online at KWOC.com.
I mean, we're all over the place. People can hear you in China, Sean.
I'm sure we have a very large listenership in China.
That's right, man. They love the spy movies over in China. So, yeah, I mean, the main thing is here you can listen to the Screen Team anywhere on your radio or your mobile device or your computer, okay? And you can check out the Screen Team. We have our official website at screenteampb.com. You get to know the Screen Teamers. You can know Sean.
Yeah.
Find out what his favorite movies are, his favorite actors, and why he thinks he has better taste in movies than myself.
Because I do.
Really?
I do, yes.
Name me like a couple movies that you like.
My favorite movie of all time is Beautiful Girls. From mid-'90s, had Mina Sorvino, had Timothy Hutton, I believe. What?
My favorite movie of all time is Godfather.
Okay,
people. So
right.
choose who you think has the better taste in movies.
Christopher Berger is willing to go with the common consensus. He's willing to go with the flow. I will go out on the plank. I will set.
What's it called again? Beautiful Girls?
Beautiful Girls.
This is your favorite movie of all time.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
How come
has
we
a very young Natalie Portman in it.
How come we haven't reviewed this movie?
I don't know. Want to review it? Want to just make this a 4-movie thing?
No, I think you're just scared because we'll just put you in your place.
Hey.
So check it out, screenteampb.com. That's the official website for the Screen Team, okay?
Also, like the Screen Team on Facebook.
Look at you. You're all over the place, man, except for your movie taste. Your next movie is a movie called Burn After Reading. This film came out in 2008. It's a dark comedy, written, produced, edited, directed. Pretty much everything was done by Joel and Ethan Coen. They were the grip boys and the sound engineers. They did everything in the film. No one else was.
They held the boom mics. Yeah, one was behind the camera that had the boom mic. Just
the film stars a pretty good cast.
Oh, it's an excellent cast. Yeah.
George Clooney. You got Tilda Swinton, Brad Pitt, John Malkovich, Frances McDormand, and from what I remember from the TV spots or the trailers, it just had a very quirkiness feel about it. Is that true?
Yeah. So this movie doesn't really have a plot. Well, it has a plot, but it goes off the rails within the first 30 minutes.
Okay, so let's start off with setting up our character. I have not seen this film. Okay. So George Clooney, Brad Pitt, all these people, what are they doing?
So John Malkovich is basically a CIA analyst, and he has gotten fired.
Okay.
So he decides he's going to write his memoirs. Then Brad Pitt and Frances McDormand, who work at a gym, get a hold of these memoirs, but think they're actual CIA classified documents.
Okay.
And so that sets into a kind of series of events where they're trying to blackmail John Malkovich. Mm-hmm. And George Clooney gets brought into this because he works at the Treasury Department but tries to mask that he is with the CIA, and their wives are all kind of sleeping with, everyone's kind of sleeping together here.
Okay.
And it just goes off the rails really quickly.
Okay.
If I'm not able to really accurately convey what the plot is, that's because there isn't really one.
All right, so the fact that you don't have a plot here, did that mess with your experience?
A little bit. I tend to favor story in movies, and while this had a lot of funny character set pieces, the story doesn't really it just goes off the rails. Mm-hmm. So I wish that would have been tightened up a little bit. Of course, I read a lot of reviews from people who said they were glad it didn't have a story, so that could just be me. But
so the people that you read these reviews from, did they like the film? Did they really?
Yeah, the critics adored this film. It was nominated for
Well, it's because the Coen
Oscar.
brothers did it, man. Sure. I mean, anything the Coen brothers put out, they love.
Well, see, now, having come into this, I really haven't watched any of the Coen brothers movies.
You're lucky.
Fair enough.
And we have a lot of screen teamers on this panel who've done Coen brother movies before. We've reviewed them. A lot of our panel members love the Coen brothers. I personally don't get them. Yeah, I just don't. I've watched one movie from the Coen brothers that I loved first time after watching. That was No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else I've seen, I've just been kind of like, I think they're a bit overrated. But I can't really speak for this film because I haven't seen it. But I also haven't had the desire to see it. I'm just like, the marketing for this movie, I was just like, I don't want nothing to do with this.
There are a lot of funny kind of just set pieces. And J.K. Simmons has a just absolutely fantastic cameo. And he has a lot of funny lines. I mean, a lot of the interactions are funny. It just doesn't come together as a great movie, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like it could use some rewrites to kind of actually streamline it a bit, but that's just me. Make the content make it at least a little bit more sense, because it is really easy to get confused and lose what's going on in this movie.
Okay. It did well in the box office. Budget was like $37 million. Box office was $163 million. So it was pretty popular.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it definitely did very, very well.
If you put George Clooney and Brad Pitt in a movie, you might as well just write out checks to yourself.
That's true. That's true. Is this movie rated R?
Yes.
So bad language?
Oh, there's bad language throughout. There is a little bit of violence here and there, but it's rated R mainly for language, because you will hear some curse words quite frequently. But yeah, no real nudity that I can think of.
Well, then I don't want to see it.
Well, fair enough. There is some violence here in places that, there's a fairly infamous scene between Brad Pitt and George Clooney about 3/4 of the way through the movie. That's kind of a little gory, but still quite funny.
So what do you think? You think another 5 years down the line you might want to see this movie again, or are you done with it?
No, probably not.
Okay.
I think I've had my fill of this movie.
Okay. Coming up after the break, we're going to review a movie that just came out in theaters a couple weeks ago. It's called The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and we'll review that next on today's Talk 930 KWOC.